Hello, everyone. All right. This morning we're gonna do a review of some contact library that I have. So we're gonna start with this one. This one is by Mr. Bruno. Yeah, that's his name. So he's the one who hosts this contact library. And then very quickly we're gonna be looking at the preset in the library. Okay. Well, first I'm gonna play with the default preset, and then after that we're gonna look into the preset one by one. Okay? Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna be playing um Hello Fear by Fear is Not My Future. Yeah, by Maverick City. Yeah. So I'm gonna be playing that song. I'm not playing the whole song. I just pick some part of the song to play. Okay. Right, stop right there. So, as you can see, the sound is very cool, very lushy. Yeah. All right. The this preset is the piano. And we have the EP, and then we have the pad and the strings. So now we're gonna be looking at the preset one after the other. So first one we're gonna start with the piano. I think it has two piano. Okay, let's start with the first one, which is the CFX stage. All right. All right. This is the CFX stage, the piano one. All right. So that's the first preset, which is the CFX stage, and then the second one we're gonna look at the full concert grand, which is the two. For me, I like the CFS. It's cool. It's not hard. Yeah, it's very soft and lushy. I like that. Now we're gonna look at the second piano, which is the full concert grand. All right, this is it. That's a CFS Grand. Well, it's cool. It's it sounds like the one on the motif. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you have played CFX Motif 8 before, you will understand they look alike. Yeah, I like it. So we're gonna going now to the third preset on the library, which is the JD 800 MK. All right, all right, all right. This sounds like um the MKS 20. Wow, it sounds good. Wow, this sounds good. Now we move on to the f- the number four preset, which is roads. All right. Yeah, this is the road. Yeah, this sounds cool. I like it. Wow, wow. Yeah, it sounds fuller. Yeah. All right. Moving on, we're gonna be looking at the fifth preset, which is the bells. All right, that's the bell. I mean, you can layer this with your strings and piano, right? Just to create that effect when you're playing, maybe during worship service. Yeah. So now moving on to preset number six, which is lead and synth. All right. All right, that's the synth. Wow. Well, the synth is full. I like it. All right, moving on to number seven, which is the pad. This is gonna be interesting for, you know, to play worship service. I mean, to play the worship and the service. So let's look at the part. That's the pad. Let's bring the volume up a little bit. Right, that's the part. All right, moving on. Let's look at the last preset. All right, that is it's called Cordas. So let's see what is in that the last preset. I think that's gonna be the string. Yes. Let's bring the volume up a little bit. All right, that's the string. All right, so that's the old preset in the library. So my review is gonna be on the pod and the strings. Well, I love all the piano, even the EP. Yeah, I love that, and the MKS. Yeah, that's those are good sounds. All right, that you can use to spice up your church service. So the pod, the only thing I have that doesn't really sit well with me with this library is that the mod wheel is not working on the library, so you can open up the pad. I mean, and the strings, which is, I mean, if you want the strings to be um more solid, maybe you want the that harsh sounds of the pad, then you can pull up the mod wheel and then it's gonna open up the filter. But that doesn't work here on this library. Maybe it work. Maybe I need to like get into the setting in the Kontakt to bring it up. I don't know, but normally it should work. Okay, and then same thing goes for the strings too. Yeah. So, and then for the synth, I don't think the aftertouch it works. Yeah, let's check that out. Yeah. No aftertouch. Okay. Well, that's in my observation, but overall this library is good. It's good. I mean, it has a good sound that at least you can, you know, even if you don't have or you have never played the Motive XF8 before, at least this library is something closer to the CFA stage, especially the full concert grand piano. So this at least is something that is very closer to what we have on the Motive XF8. All right. So this is my review on this library. I don't want to make the review. I mean, this video. I don't want to make it too long, so that's why it's like I'm like rushing the whole thing. But I mean, this library is good. So if I'm gonna put down the in my description box, I'm gonna put down the name of you know the person who owned this library. It doesn't pay me to do this. I just feels that I should do a review on these plugins on this library. So that's why I'm doing this library. Okay. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.